The following program contains language, images, and/or subject matter that may be objectionable to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Direct from Albany, New York, it's time for the New Media Zone with your hosts, Ed and Dave. Tonight, a look at this week's new film and DVD releases. And a chance to win free movie tickets with the poster campaign. And now your hosts, Ed and Dave.
Hello and welcome to the New Media Zone. Ed and Dave here, Ed and Dave with you. I hope you enjoyed your 4th of July.
Yours on TV watching the fireworks.
Yes.
Not the same.
Probably the last time I was down there was with you in maybe 1986, was it?
Oh, God.
We saw a few people out there. Well, I think Laura Excitement, these type of people. These girls we knew from Pier 1 where we worked.
Yeah, well, I've been there. I think I haven't gone down the last 7 or 8 years, but I had. It's horrible. It can be oppressively hot, and then all the bodies of the drunkards.
Yeah, this is in Albany, New York, the state, so
Yes.
it's a big to-do.
It's a big plaza they have set up, and people start getting there at noontime with their coolers filled with alcohol. And last time I was there was a brouhaha, as we like to call it. There was a little fisticuffs from the group I was in, by the way.
Oh, no.
I was in this group, and next thing you know, I'm looking over and there's people rumbling. Oh, this is
what you get when you mix heat and alcohol and bodies too close together.
Yeah, it was not pleasant, and I actually walked away from them and tried to find my own little patch of grass to sit on while I waited for the fireworks. Now, I enjoy being at the fireworks because I enjoy the up close experience and feeling it when the explosion occurs.
Yeah, you can.
I do. I like that.
It is nice for about 10 minutes, and then it goes on another 20 minutes, and we better get...
And then that big finale.
You're waiting for the finale because you got to run and get the hell out of there. It's dark. You got to find your car.
You're stuck in the parking garage for another hour trying to get out of there. So I did come up with a system of getting there early. This is if I ever go again.
Yeah.
You park in the garage, and you park in the one spot right near the exit ramp.
Oh.
So even if there's people kind of coming from the other, you can always worm your way in and get out. But if you're up on the top, where a lot of people go because they like to sit at their car and watch from the top, you ain't getting out for an hour.
I remember we parked down by the library where we kind of knew because we had to drop the tape off there. So we chanced walking through the streets of Albany a little bit, which I don't in the 80s was iffy, and now I don't think I would do.
I'm always walking through there, especially during work. I go through the park and all that.
When it's light out, you know.
Yeah, I suppose.
I don't
know. Does it even matter anymore?
What for us?
Whether it's light or dark, people are crazy.
Oh yeah.
They're just insane.
And it was bad on Sunday when I went down for Flash Gordon down there. You know, people double parking in the street and yelling across the street at people and obscenities flying around and just get me the hell out of there.
That's just a quick story because we do have a couple of movies to do.
We do.
But a quick story: when I go to work, I park down where I work underneath, and as I'm going in there. Going down, I go one of the side streets, brings me into the ramp. Sometimes there's a bus. It's one of those small half buses picking up a young kid. But every morning, if I time it poorly enough, I'm stuck behind this bus, and you can't get past the bus. You got to wait.
Oh yeah.
And the mother is always talking to the bus driver.
Oh no.
And this isn't a quick. Oh well, here's his lunch. Make sure he takes. It's a conversation and it lasts. And I'm sitting there trying to get to work on time. You got 3 or 4 cars behind me, and it's a significant. It's every time. It's never kid on the bus takes off. It's a conversation. Well, one day, I'm pulling up and there's a car ahead of me waiting. So I'm waiting. Well, the guy in front of me rolls down the window and starts yelling at the woman to just put the damn kid on the bus and let us go. She starts screaming at him. She's running up to his car with the pointing and the head bopping. It was quite entertaining at 7:25 in the morning. So I learned not to say anything. I won't say anything to her, but it happens frequently.
And where are they blocking that you can't get it? Well, you can't go around the bus.
You can't go past the bus because he's got his lights on. And I mean, it would be one thing if he turned off his lights while he was chatting with her, because the kid is safely on the bus and has been for quite a while. So turn your lights off so we can get around you, but we can't. So we're stuck.
Yeah, that woman is at fault there. I would.
Oh yes, clearly, but it is. I thought there was going to be some serious issues there. That she might even kick the guy's car. She went right up to that car and started screaming at him, and he gave her a few of the F-bombs in return. But sometimes that's my morning.
That's entertaining.
Yeah, a reason to go to work.
Things I miss when I get up at 10 if I'm lucky.
God.
What do we have? We mention what we're?
No, we did.
No, we should do that right off the bat.
No, because we never do. It's been 40 years. We're never going to do it. We got a movie called Midsommar. I think that's how you say it. Don't know what that is. And then you've got that Spider-Man.
Spider-Man Far From Home.
Ooh.
After the Avengers in April. This will be the last Marvel film for the year.
Oh, that's good.
I don't know what's next after this. Next year.
Something not creative. Let's go to Midsommar, whatever that is. Which stars Florence Pugh, Will Poulter, and Jack Rayner. Danny and Christian are a young American couple with a relationship on the brink of falling apart. Well, sounds like... But after a family tragedy keeps them together, a grieving Danny invites herself to join Christian and his friends on a trip to a once-in-a-lifetime midsummer festival in a remote Swedish village. What begins as a carefree summer holiday in a land of eternal sunlight takes a sinister turn when the insular villagers invite their guests to partake in festivities that render the pastoral paradise increasingly unnerving and viscerally disturbing. From the visionary mind of Ari Aster, whoever the hell that is, comes a dread-soaked cinematic fairy tale, where a world of darkness unfolds in broad daylight.
Oh,
I'm assuming it's rated R, but who knows? Could be PG-13.
Well, at least we can see it if it's in broad daylight, unlike a lot of these TV shows today.
Well, it is the land of eternal sunshine. So it says. I don't know.
This looks like it might have a Wicker Man feel to it.
I would agree with that if I've ever seen the film Wicker Man. Oh, boy.
There is one creepy, because we're showing stills here. You'll get a nice long still of this woman with the enlarged lip coming up.
An enlarged lip?
Which is very creepy.
Oh, well, now I want to see the large-lipped woman.
That'll be coming up for 5 seconds, because that's how long each still is on.
Oh, okay. I don't know if this looks... it looks kind of bizarre.
Yeah.
Ooh! Ooh, that was not pleasant.
See, you'll see that longer in our new format.
To avoid rights.
To avoid, these studios. Apparently making more money on the trailers shown on YouTube. So if somebody uses the trailer in their review, which is apparently, free use, fair use, which you can do, but they will put a copyright strike and make 3 cents from the clip we use on the show. Yeah. So we get around that now. It would be easier for me to just slap the trailer on, but I timed it 15 minutes of my time to make the stills for each film we do.
You have the time, Ed.
And I do have the time, and I kind of do like get something different, the stills, on as I pick out the best and most cinematically pleasing shots for each film, and you're going to see a nice long look at that lip.
Okay, that's good. I'm looking at all your models back there too. The multiple Creature of the Black Lagoon models.
Well, I'll get a shot of this. We'll discuss that.
Okay.
Do you want to discuss it now or after Spider-Man?
No, we'll do Spider-Man. Then
we'll do Spider-Man.
There's no DVDs, right?
No, there's no DVDs.
We got to fill in at least 2-3 minutes of that.
Yeah, Dave he didn't just notice, I'm sure, but I've been venturing into this room off the studio set here where I got to my models. And a lot of them I haven't seen in 10, 15 years as they come out. I did find the two, I bought a couple of those mummy models from Ollie's, which you're aware of.
Yes.
You work at Ollie's, and they do get some models in there on occasion. And they had some cheap mummy ones, so I grabbed a couple, and I just found some.
And the Three Stooges, I want to check that out.
Three Stooges models are over there.
Interesting.
These are more fun things we can do when there's only 2 films and crappy and no DVDs. There's plenty of material down here, and we still have to get back to our confirmation discussion from last week.
Okay.
But now we'll do Spider-Man. Everybody's been waiting for Spider-Man.
Not everyone had.
Far From Home. Last one was Homecoming. I guess they're going to work home into all of the titles here. Tom Holland, Zendaya, and Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio. Now, this is an odd thing we're watching in the studio.
It's odd.
Somebody, this was supposed to be the most recent trailer, but after putting it together, it's like every foreign TV ad or something. So you'll be seeing some lovely photos here. Not what we're seeing on screen with Japanese titles. And Peter Parker returns in Spider-Man Far From Home, the next chapter of the Spider-Man Homecoming series. I didn't know there was a Homecoming series. They're just throwing home in every title here. Our friendly neighborhood superhero decides to join his best friends Ned, MJ, and the rest of the gang on a European vacation.
Ooh.
However, Peter's plan to leave superheroics behind for a few weeks are quickly scrapped when he begrudgingly agrees to help Nick Fury uncover the mystery of several elemental creature attacks, creating havoc across the continent. The elemental creatures kind of look like Hydro Man was one of the villains. And I don't know if it's the Sandman, I don't know if that's what it is here.
It's a Metallica song.
Well, the elementals have gotten together. Apparently Zendaya has discovered Peter's identity as he just had his mask on, as far as I'm in one of these foreign ads that we haven't seen yet here. So we'll just...
Did Jon Favreau direct this, or he's just in it?
He's just in it. He plays Happy Hogan.
Happy Hogan.
From the Iron Man.
He's very happy because he hasn't missed any meals in a long time.
Yeah, Happy wasn't quite that big in the comics. Yeah, he did direct Iron Man, of course, and he played Happy Hogan in that one. So Happy is still showing up. Unfortunately, this is a spoiler now for you folks. Iron Man did pass on in the Avengers movie.
No!
So we do see like shots like that with Iron Man being memorialized there.
What is going on in this world when our superheroes are being killed? You can't kill off superheroes. That's why they're superheroes. They're super.
Well,
you don't kill them.
He put the Infinity Stones on his iron gauntlet, Dave, and snapped his fingers. That's how, he got rid of Thanos and brought all the heroes that were gone back. So it was a valiant death for all the... Yeah, I thought this was the 4th of July show. That's why there was no DVD releases out, but there's just none out this week.
All right.
It's the after 4th of July.
So are we going to go and do something now?
I do have something over there.
Oh, so what do you got here, Ed? You got something under a sheet here?
I've got something.
This is going to be supposed to surprise me of some sort?
Well,
I wasn't allowed to look prior to the show.
You weren't allowed to see this. I just thought it'd be interesting to get your take on this.
Okay.
As
it occurs. You don't want a pre-thought out take. You want one that's just hits me immediately.
Yes.
And what comes out.
Can you tell what it is from looking at the back of this thing?
No.
No, okay. Okay, here we go. Maybe I should set this up a little.
All right, set it up.
This item came out, I swear it was 20 years ago now. These are McFarlane figures. These are collectible figures under here.
Who I know he's done Alice Cooper.
Yes. So he did these, and I kind of wanted them 20 years ago, but because they were $20, and you had to get all three to get this set up, that's the $60 you're laying out, which I guess I didn't have at the time.
Got about $100,000 worth of stuff down here, at least.
So after that, as I look on eBay and they're out of the stores, all of a sudden they're selling for like $100 each. So now they're way out of the price range. So this movie was on TCM the other day. So I said, let me look those things up again. And they're still going for a ton of dough in their packages. But somebody was selling the whole set loose for $20. So I grabbed it.
Not a fan of the opera.
I said, $20? I don't care. I was going to open them up anyway. Why should I buy them, for $100 in packages? So here we go.
All right. The big reveal.
See if you'll know what this is.
It's like a gender reveal party. I still can't see it.
You can't see it.
So it's Slapshot. Slapshot's the HANSON brothers.
There they are.
Who were real hockey players, by the way. Oh, this one's falling off.
Yeah. He's all right there.
Oh, you even got the broken plexiglass up here.
Yeah, one is really broken. And then they had the simulated one.
Oh, wait a minute. This one isn't really broken, is it?
Oh, no, that's simulated.
This one's broken.
This one was broken,
Oh, yeah,
but I glued them there.
Yeah, okay. The HANSON brothers, that was a slap shot with Paul Newman.
Right.
Maybe.
One of the rare sports movies I like.
Oh, yeah. Putting on a foil, coach. Putting on the foil.
Why were they putting foil on their
protect their knuckles and to be able to, when their gloves come off, do some more damage.
Oh, yeah.
When they punch someone in the face.
Now, do you know David Hanson, who was an actual guy, his actual name?
Yeah, I think two of them were real hockey players. Maybe.
I think they all were.
I don't really know, but they were like minor league guys. Minor league hockey players.
Steve Carlson and Jeff Carlson.
Right, okay. I think they were brothers.
They played Steve and Jeff Hanson.
Right.
And David Hanson played Jack Hanson.
Yes.
And I was looking up something, and I saw one of them, which is David Hanson, was, where is it? Hanson was general manager of the Capital District Islanders in upstate New York.
They played at the RPI, where RPI played.
Yeah.
I think maybe only a year or two.
And the New York Islanders farm team and the Albany River Rats.
He was GM of Albany River Rats?
I guess so.
I did not know that.
And apparently, there was a HANSON Brothers reunion at RPI. After they probably wanted to get away from these characters, and they started to embrace the characters later on.
Yeah, that's what happens when your career winds down and you rekindle the former glory that you had, which is what you're known for. The thick glasses, long hair, putting on the foil.
So I just watched that, the whole thing, because I had it the other day.
Slapshot?
Slapshot.
Michael Ontkeen. You got Strother Martin.
Yeah, good cast, and I watched it. Boy, some raunchy language in here.
Oh, yeah. And some breasticles were shown in that movie.
It was Melinda Dillon, who was from Close Encounters. I think she gets 4 stars on Mr. Skin as the longest nude scene, as she sits up in bed for a good 4 minutes, I think.
Just has a conversation with Paul Newman, I think.
And a lot of gay references we can't use today.
Yeah, this is not a politically correct film by any stretch of the imagination.
I remember it was funny. They were like doofuses. Mm-hmm. They picked up these characters, and then they got on the ice and they're wiping people out. Yeah. And
I believe Paul Newman's character's name is Reggie Dunlop in this movie.
That
was the HANSON brothers.
That sounds familiar. A little Slapshot. Look back on the show.
I believe this was from either 77 or 78.
77. I can't remember why now, but I saw this at the Northway Mall.
Oh.
During the summer.
The small little theaters there?
Yeah. I think maybe because we liked the Bad News Bears.
Well, that
this
could
was
be.
similar. Of course, this was nothing as raunchy as the Bad News Bears were. This was nothing with
Right.
the C words and P words.
Oh.
Now, did you know about
Yes,
this?
yes, I did so. That was a Baldwin film, I believe.
Yeah.
One of the Baldwin brothers. There's also another, not a slapshot movie, but a fairly entertaining hockey movie called Goon,
Oh.
which, and I think Goon 2. I think there's 2 of those. But yes.
This does have the
yes, the
Hanson
Hanson,
brothers.
yeah.
This was 2002, though.
Yeah.
So that was, we have to do a little math here, 77, 87, 90.
Be 25 years later.
25 years later, we have, so they were about 45 here, I guess. Because they were 18, 19, 20 in the original. And did you know about this, Dave? I only know about this from Big Lots.
No, I don't know about that one. Slapshot 3 includes the hilarious Hanson brothers. Oh my God! Now closing in on 50.
And this apparently was more like a Bad News Bears with a little kid hockey team, I
Junior
guess.
League, so
Yeah.
so like the Ducks, the Mighty Ducks,
Yeah,
or something,
probably
only dirtier.
Slightly dirtier. But the hilarious Hanson brothers. I don't know how hilarious they are at 50, but I'll have to try and track this down. I may have this.
Oh, no.
Something tells me I saw this at the Big Lots and grabbed it for $3. I'll have to check the big pile over here.
Oh no!
But there it is.
All right.
Slapshot.
All right.
And
I
the,
didn't know. I knew there was 2. I didn't know there was 3.
I hope that's all. So there they are. The I like the display, and then the hilarious Hanson brothers are
very
in there.
hilarious. They have movable arms.
Very limited animation because you know they're stuck where you have to get the sticks in there.
That's all right.
So I thought that was interesting. We could talk about that and remember Slapshot.
Yes.
I guess it was Paul Newman night on TCM, and I saw the end of Slapshot.
Well, they must have edited. Did they edit that?
Don't edit that.
TCM doesn't edit.
Doesn't it? It was the later Paul Newman night. It was like 2 in the morning when this was on. With the full, you know, everything is there.
Now is TCM because I don't get that channel, but is that the channel that has Ben Mankiewicz that does the intros?
Yes.
That used to be Robert Osborne a
Yeah.
few years ago. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I didn't know they did the unedited. Because mostly I used to watch that when I had that tier.
Mm-hmm.
I would watch it because they had a lot of good older films.
Yeah.
And they used to have Silent Sundays, where it was silent movies.
Yeah.
I used to watch that a lot. But and I like the information they would provide between films or before each film. But okay, I didn't know that they kept these raunchy films unedited.
Oh yeah.
I'm a little shocked and appalled.
I'm appalled I missed it. I would like to have seen it. I guess I saw it anyway, but knowing that it's coming across the TCM airwaves, some of these colorful terms I heard there.
Oh, come on. You've heard these terms before.
I've heard them before, but not since 1977. Some of these very raunchy.
Yep.
And Paul Newman was putting down the owner's son, saying he was a this and he was going to do that. Like, oh my God, you can't do that today.
It's this is what I recall when I've seen this film, which I have seen within the past few years. Some of the language in that film that Paul Newman was saying, and some of the things he was saying, just surprised me that he would do that. I always considered him somewhat of a classier actor. that this might be a little bit beneath him, but it just surprised me that he came out with some of these rather things I don't even say, and I'm a dirtbag, and I don't even say those things. No.
Well, there you go.
All right.
We only had 2 movies tonight, but we filled the time well with a look back at Slapshot and the hilarious Hanson Brothers.
And we'll have to save our confirmation for the next show.
Confirmation we can discuss next time.
We could. Oh, a little condensation in here.
I watched those before the show.
Oh, condensation.
We didn't get our pictures for confirmation class, did we? Like that lovely pious one with us as little first graders
I don't know.
getting our first communions.
Don't know.
And some other kids probably getting their first something else.
Oh,
That's
oh!
what we found out years later. I think they released the list of abusive priests.
Oh no. Who's on
And from the Albany area. I always wanted to check this one guy out, which I'm not going to say his name, but his name sounded like he might be up to something odd in the back room, in the rectory back
it?
there.
Ooh, wow, so you guys, it certainly is happening in the rectory. All right, it's game time?
Yeah,
Are we close
game
enough to
time,
game time?
yes.
All right, it's poster pairs game, folks. I'll look through the glass.
Are you? Yeah, I'm seeing
Yeah,
you're,
I'm above
you're
the glass.
behind the Hansons here.
Oh, that's all right.
Ooh,
Don't be messing that up. That's your checklist. It's a poster pairs game where you send in 2 numbers via email from 1 to 6. We select your entry, reveal what's behind the numbers. If they match, you win 2 free movie passes. If you right spin the wheel after winning, you can win possibly 6. All right, Ed. Shake it up.
Shake it up. Ooh, ooh, shake it up.
There.
Raunchy movie, that.
Oh, you can't get over that, can you?
Can't get over it. I'll tell you some of the things that remind you after the taping.
All right. And it's Gary again.
Gary was
This is
last week.
2 and 5. I don't recall, but I don't think it's going to work, Gary.
Oh,
I don't think it's going to work. Here we go. 2.
you have to give him some encouragement.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Because you are the keeper of the board now.
I am the keeper of the board, but I think 2 and 5 and 6 maybe match. Yep, there you go. Which I can't move. Number 6. It's stuck. Oh, there we go. And I think 1 and 4 maybe match. Oh no. Okay, so I was wrong, but I didn't know about that. There you go. Sorry, Gary, you didn't win. You had your chances 2 weeks in a row. What more can you ask for?
We're gonna have to email Gary too because we haven't heard from him in a while just to see if everything's okay.
Is all of our viewers dying off? What's going on?
It's because there's so many in here, and we do hear from some of them, but some of them now we're not hearing from anymore. So it's concerning.
It is. But if you want to enter this contest, send an email to mediazone95@gmail.com. That's mediazone95. That does not mean there's 94 other media zones. But that's our email, mediazone95@gmail.com. 2 numbers from 1 to 6. Again, we select your entry, reveal what's behind it. And if they match, you win 2 free movie passes. For right spin the wheel, you could potentially win 6. There you have it.
Yeah, 95 is in our email because that was the year of the first Media Zone show.
Oh, and what year is it now? Oh,
2019?
Oh,
Remember we were going to stop in 2000. We figured 2000, that's a good time to end. And now, what is this, 19 years later? I don't think I have to do any math for that. 19 years later.
so this show is 24 years old, and the screen scenes was 10, right?
10 years on screen scenes, 85.
So
Almost just out of high school
so
there.
34 years of this. Why am I doing this?
What else would you be doing? This is something you can do on your retirement. Now, this is only...
I'm not retired and I do it.
You do it, yeah. Well, now this is something, it's only 2.5 hours about,
Yep.
every month, and it was a good way to get together, with the crew.
And
The crew is down to 2. We used to have a producer, a matinee lady. We have to work on, I went on the Model Mayhem site again.
Oh, no. First of all, I'm pretty sure the wife isn't going to allow this to happen.
Yeah, odd girl. But, the producer, Jim, had all these odd characters coming down to his house.
How would you not care if you get weird people knowing where you live?
Well, they were vetted properly. We didn't have any trouble with any of our matinee ladies. We got off the site. But this is too long. I'll write this down. The Model Mayhem. The things I saw on the Model Mayhem site.
All right, you do that. Cause
There's a lot of mayhem and not a lot of models on there.
We're about at the end of the show.
All right, we'll see you next time. Do we have any good ones next time?
Next time we have something called Crawl
Wow, what a crappy something.
and Stuber.
It looked
Stuber.
It looked like a sort of promising summer. You started off with the Avengers, and now we're down to Stuber and Crawl. All right, we'll take it. We'll see you next time, everybody.